Well, hello there. It may look like we're doing makeup today, but I would rather think about it like a little meditative restorative session. You know how peaceful it can be to watch someone put makeup on? That's what I'm aiming for today, because I feel like we all need just a little break from the world around us, a little peace and quiet. And to me, there are few things on earth as soothing as just watching someone put on makeup. What do you think? Welcome in, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything beauty, fitness, and lifestyle for the over 50 and over 60 women. I'm so glad you're here today. I just feel like a little peaceful few minutes. Grab your coffee or something tasty to drink. We'll spend about a half an hour together in a peaceful way playing with makeup. If you're new here, welcome in. I'm so glad you stopped by, and I hope you'll consider subscribing while you're here and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you want all the good stuff, you might want to consider signing up for my Sunday morning email newsletter. It's legendary, truly. It's one of the most popular things about my channel is that Sunday morning email newsletter. The link is in the description box down below. You just click it, fill in your email address. It's super easy. Every Sunday morning, I send out a very short, very sweet, concise email newsletter with what I think are the good things I found throughout the week, whether it's a great tip or something about your diet that you want to know, or a good sale, or anything that I would tell you if we were out together having coffee. So the link is in the description box down below. It's super easy, super free, super fun. I think you're gonna love it. Today we're going to be doing a little makeup day with a new company. I have never tried their products. You can't really see it because the label's over it. This is a company called Ilia. And Ilia did send me this box of makeup. You can see right here and all the goodies in here. There's 5 different makeup products in here. I have never tried Ilia before. They are a clean beauty company, and I looked at their website. They're not drugstore, but they're not crazy expensive either. So I am anxious to try these products today. Let's go ahead and pull them out of the box and see what we have. The first thing I'm going to shout out is their Super Serum Skin Tint. So this looks like it's a very, very light tinted foundation. It does have an SPF in it, SPF 40. So this is one of the products we'll be trying today. Next up, and this is in no order, I'm just grabbing them as they fell out of the box. This is their Limitless Lash Mascara. You guys know how much I love a good mascara. So we'll be trying this one today. Here's the little tube. Oh my gosh, this is going to be fun. You know how popular these stick makeup products are today. This is a multi-stick, so right in line with what we're seeing from a lot of brands. And this looks to be a blush and a lipstick. So nice, pretty, rosy color. Next up, it looks like this is a Nightlife bronzer powder. So we have the foundation, a blush, and a bronzer. If I can get it out of the box. It's very difficult. I'll go from the other end. Let's see if that works. Okay, nice, beautiful, compact. The packaging is very, very nice. Again, I have not tried this. So here is the bronzer. Oh my gosh, you guys, this last product, so there's 5 products from Ilia total. This is a liquid powder matte eye tint. I'm really glad it's matte because I'm really not wearing shimmer shadows anymore. I think I've kind of crossed that boundary where shimmer shadows look good on my eyes. So this is a beautiful taupey color. I'll be interested in trying this. We'll be doing a face of makeup today, mostly with Ilia products. I'll be filling in with other products for things that I need that aren't in this box. I did my skincare about an hour ago, so it's absorbed in a little bit, but I still have a lot of moisture on my skin. In addition, I have the City Lips Clear Plumping Lip Gloss on my lips to just give them a little bit of hydration while I'm doing my makeup. The first thing I'm going to do is just take this janky compact I have. This is Rimmel powder, and I'm going to put it on a little brush, and I'm going to brush that through my eyebrows because all that skincare that is on my skin also got in my eyebrows, and it makes it really hard to get any eyebrow products to really stick down and stick. So I just brush that through and kind of try to soak up that skincare that's in my eyebrows. Then I'm going to start off by just roughing in my brows first. Kind of like to do this at the beginning of my makeup because I go right into my eyes first, and this gives me a good frame for where I want my eyeshadow. And as you can see, one of the most important lines on my brows for me is that bottom line. I just feel like if you really get that in, you're going to create a very, very nice framing. So that's pretty much where I focus. And at the end of my makeup, I'll go back and do any detail work on my brows and really, again, reinforce that bottom line. We don't have any concealer with the Ilia products. Ilia? I'm not sure. Ilia. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Jones Road correcting pencil. I really love these pencils. I use them all the time. And I'm just going to run it into that dark purpley under eye area and kind of clean up that purple area. Then I'm going to tap that in with my finger. And the warmth of my finger is all you really need to get that to start absorbing into the skin. Then I'm going to take my Catrice under eye brightener, get a little bit on my finger and tap that in. And this is just going to help conceal the purple under eye bags that I have. I don't know if I so much have bags. This side seems to be baggier than this side. Do you have one eye that's baggier than the others? But I just want to correct that color. I don't know if I'm going to go in with a concealer after I do the foundation. We'll just have to see how that goes. So just getting that Catrice under eye brightener tapped in. I'm going to go right into the eye product today. This is really curious to me. I do think the color is beautiful. So this is a liquid powder, and I can't read what color it is. I swear. Honestly, I'll have it in the description box down below. Instead of using an eyeshadow primer today, because this comes out as a liquid, I'm just going to go ahead and go right in with this. So it has a little applicator right here, and I'm going to go ahead and just start with one eye, applying that, and then I'm just going to start tapping that in and really blending it in to the rest of the lid. I've never used this before. I'm not sure how this is going to work. And you can see there's lots of pigment in this shadow. I might have put on too much, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And I'm not going to go up much higher than my transition area. So you can see as I've tapped it in, it has gone a little bit more transparent. It's not really an opaque shadow. I'm going to go back in and use my MAC paint pot in the color Painterly and go over my eyelids, because can you see that the veining and discoloration in my eyelids is showing up through that eyeshadow, and I don't want that. So I'm going to put a little bit of this cream shadow over this, and then we'll see if that shadow is going to look a little bit better on my more mature lids. So you can see what a good job this MAC paint pot has done to really camouflage the discoloration on my lids. I'm going to go ahead and put this shadow on over this one and see if that works. So I'm just going to tap it a little bit on the movable lid and then take my finger and start blending it in. I do love the color. I think it's really pretty. It's very sophisticated. And what I'm doing is I'm just gently tapping it and blending it. And as I get up to that transition area, that's where I want to just kind of fade it away. Okay, that looks a lot better with the eyeshadow primer underneath it. I do think that color is very pretty. Same thing on the other lid. Just going to tap a little on the movable lid and start blending that across the movable lid and then up into my transition area. Okay, eyeshadow all done. I love that color. I really do. I think it's beautiful. I'm not sure I like that formula, not because it doesn't look good. It might be a little bit fussier than I would choose. So let's see how it wears and if it ends up in the creases of my eyes while I'm doing the rest of my makeup. So now we're going to move on to the Super Serum Skin Tint SPF 40. I have not used this. I haven't used any of these products yet. So it comes with a little dropper right here. And what color did they send me? I'll have it listed in the description box down below. Again, I can't read it. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some on the back of my hand right here. Tap that and then just start dabbing it over my face. Sure if I'm going to use my sponge or if I'm going to use my fingers. Clearly this is probably a very, very sheer foundation, And you know what I'm going to do before I start blending it in? I get a little bit here. Is I'm going to take my other Jones Road pencil. This is in more my skin tone. And I'm just going to cover up a few little areas of discoloration to give it a little bit of a boost, because I'm sure this is a very sheer foundation. So I'm just going to start tapping that in with my fingers. It feels very light and very hydrating. It feels really hydrating, which I love. I just love anything on my skin that's going to give me moisture. It has a so far, very dewy look along with that hydration. Okay, I'm going to take my damp sponge and just start pressing that in. Very, very little coverage. This is just a really light, sheer application to the skin. So here we have the skin tint. What do you guys think? It's definitely dewy and glowy. It's definitely hydrating. I don't know that there's really much coverage there. It doesn't really look like it. It's more something that's just going to gently even out your skin tone. Okay, next up we have the bronzer. I am excited to see how this works out. I'm going to go ahead and take my little pointy brush here, get a little bit of product, and I'm going to start right up here at my hairline, kind of create a little bit of depth in my forehead area. And of course, this is really sticking because we have a very moist foundation underneath it. Just going to go along the sides in my cheekbone area. It's a pretty color over here. And then I always go underneath my chin, so it looks a little less wobbly. How do you guys like that color? I think the color is very pretty. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my sponge and I'm just going to press around the edges of that bronzer so that I have very, very smooth edges. There's nothing glaring. It just really fades one color into another. I do think that's a pretty color. Now we have the multi-stick, and I think this is called a multi-stick because you can use it on your cheeks and on your lips. I'm going to go ahead and just start placing that on my cheeks. I'll have the colors listed down below. I don't have my glasses on my makeup table today, so I can't really see. This is just a really pretty, soft, rosy color. I'm just dotting it on the upstairs area of my cheeks. And then I'm just going to take my fingers and tap it in. This is very subtle, but very natural looking. If you're looking for really natural makeup, this could be the ticket. Okay, what do you guys think? It's kind of a nice, soft, rosy glow. I think I need a little bit more on. It's not showing up that much. Okay, let's go on up here. There we go. Maybe you just, instead of dotting it on, you kind of swatch it on. And I'm just going to go back in again with my fingers. And using my fingers really helps everything to kind of melt in together. It's very pretty. All right, so there you go. That's the multi-stick. They did not send a highlighter, and I'm not sure I need when I'm pretty glowy, but you know me. There's never enough glow in my makeup, apparently. I'm going to go ahead and use the side. This is their liquid highlighter. Again, I'll have the color listed down below, and this is just a little pump. So I'm going to pump a tiny bit on the back of my hand, just tap my fingers in it. The challenge with this one is getting a small enough amount because it really is very, very potent. A little on the end of my nose. And then I always like to just put a little bit of glow on the front of my cheeks. And this, again, is very, very hydrating, and it's going to go ahead and absorb in, so it won't be that liquidy. I think I'm going to put on just a little bit of under eye concealer just to kind of lighten up that dark area right here. Today I'm going to be using the Revlon Color Stay. This kind of has been my favorite under eye concealer for a little while now. I find that using a little bit less is better. So I'm just going to put a little bit right there, go back in with my finger and tap it out. My fingers are getting a lot of use today. Now I'm going to take my Kosas Cloud Set Powder, get a little bit on my brush. This is a Refer brush. This is the number 4. Really lovely for underneath the eyes. Then I'm just going to touch a few places around my face. Then again, back in with my sponge and just press that all in. The eyeshadow has not creased in my eyelids, so it's setting down really well. I think if you have skincare on, you might want to go ahead and use a primer underneath this eyeshadow. It's just a little bit opaque and a little bit liquidy to really cover up any discolorations on your eyelids. So I think putting down the primer was a really good move for this one. I'm just going to curl my lashes really quickly. Now I'm going to tight line. This is the Revlon Color Stay Liner. I've been liking it. I actually bought another one that I'll be trying probably in the next video. It's a gel liner. Everybody talks about it. They love it. And where I'm focusing right here is at the base of my lashes. I know the tendency is to try to get that skin covered. I go first for the base of my lashes because that's the area I really want to put some emphasis on, is that lash base. So we have the mascara here. Let's see what kind of wand it is. Okay, it's a rubber wand. I actually like rubber wands. I know a lot of people don't, but I actually like them. And we'll see how this goes. I'm not going to use a base today on my lashes because I just want to see what this mascara will do on its own. Okay, so here's one coat of the mascara on this eye. Nothing on this eye yet. It's actually really pretty. It's very light, no clumping at all, lots of lengthening. So far so good. So this is 2 coats of the Ilia mascara, a little bit of clumping on the second coat, not a lot of thickening, but lengthening. So very, very light lashes, like they're very fluttery, very soft. Everything about this makeup line is very soft, very, very natural looking. I'm going to go back in right now and just do a little bit of more work on my brows, just sort of finishing them off and defining that base line of my lashes. For lipstick today, I'm going to go ahead and use a Charlotte Tilbury lip liner. These are really good. They're a little expensive, but they're really good. This is in Pillow Talk 2 Medium. I'll go ahead and put this on the back of my hand. And then for lipstick, I have chosen the Natasha Denona. This is I Need a Nude. That's the color. And really, if you need a nude, this is the one. It's a little bit of a cooler tone, which I found really, really works for my skin tone when I am doing makeup. And the reason I'm choosing these lighter tones today is when I have dark eyes, I want light lips. If I have dark lips, I want light eyes. If I went ahead and went in with a darker lipstick with these darker eyes, it would be too much. It would just be too strong, too, I don't know, glaring. Dark, 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 dark. So if I have dark eyes like I do today, and I do think that color is very pretty, I want to keep the lips fairly light. I think the Charlotte Tilbury lip liners are some of my favorites. Here's the deal. When you let them dry down, they really do stay. And her color patterns and her color choices are impeccable. That is one thing Charlotte Tilbury really does well, is choosing colors. Really, it's almost flawless. So this again is medium in the Pillow Talk. This lipstick right here is so pretty. Just a beautiful, cool nude color. I'm going to go ahead and set everything down with the Hourglass Dim Light, my big fluffy brush from Refer. I love this. This is the number 30. And I'm just going to really lightly dust all around my face. This is going to give me a little bit of this just luminous glow, and it's going to set down a little bit of that shine and just coordinate and pull together all the colors on my face. Here we have the finished look. Let me talk about my thoughts on this new line, Ilia. I had not tried it before. I really wasn't that familiar with them other than I knew that they were a clean beauty line. So let's talk about the products we use today. The Super Serum Skin Tint, very, very light coverage. If you're looking to cover up any doodads on your face at all, this is not going to do it. You're going to need to use a concealer before you go in with this. I'm not sure that there's much more than just an evening out of the skin tone with this particular product. There is an SPF 40. It is very, very hydrating, and it feels really good. It feels like skincare, so the application process and the whole feel of it is lovely. I'm not sure that it's worth the effort of putting it on the skin just because there's not a lot of coverage, not a lot is happening with it. So if you do use sunscreen on your face, you might enjoy the SPF 40 in this, although I'm not sure you'll be getting enough to meet the criteria, whatever that is for sunscreen on your face. So this product for me, I don't know, it's just not hitting all the buttons for me. It does feel good. It does make your skin very hydrated and very dewy, but as far as any kind of coverage, I'm not sure it's really there. The bronzer, I thought this was really, really pretty. It applied well, it blended in beautifully. I think it's very, very natural on the skin. So this was a big hit with me. I think it's a good product if you're looking for a clean line. This definitely fits in with that. Loved the application, liked the color, looks very natural, blended beautifully. This one's a keeper for me. This multi-stick, I don't know, same thing as with the foundation. I don't know that there was enough color for me. It might be that this particular color, and I'll have it listed in the description box down below because honestly, the writing is so tiny. I'm not sure that there's enough color for me to feel like this is a good purchase. Maybe I just need a darker color, but again, I'm very, very light. So if this is not showing up on me or if there's not enough pigment to really make a difference in my face, I'm not sure if it's going to work for anyone. If you've used one of these Ilia sticks, the multi-sticks, and you like it and you have a different color, let me know. So this one, I don't know. I'm not so sure about this one. I don't know that it really provides what you're looking for, which is a rosy color on your cheeks. This shadow, this is a gel to powder or cream to powder. I love the color. I really think the color is very pretty, very, very sophisticated. I find this formula a little bit fussy, and I'll tell you why. On this eye, I had some mascara hit my eyelid, which happens all the time. You just let it dry and you go back in with a little Q-tip and clean it off. When I did that, I turned off the camera and cleaned it up, it raised up the eyeshadow. And then I had to go back in and try to tap it out and blend it in. And to be honest with you, it's really not looking smooth now. I would prefer this if it was just a stick shadow. In other words, a creamy stick shadow. Then easier application for me, easier to blend in, easier to fix. Because this is creamy and it kind of goes into, I don't know, sort of a sheer look. It's very, very fussy. You can see the lipstick's right there. This is the shadow. It's kind of fussy for blending. So I think this formula would work better for me as a creamy stick, but this color I think is gorgeous. Don't you guys think the color is really pretty? All right, last up is the mascara. I love the application. In other words, I love a good rubber wand. I'm just one of those people. Some people don't like the rubber wands at all. I get it. I happen to like them. It seems to just separate my lashes better and really helps the mascara go on, I think, a little bit easier, in my opinion. Doesn't mean I don't like bristle wands. I like them too. This particular formula, very, very lengthening, very light lashes. In other words, my lashes look very fluttery, very light. They're not caked with mascara. Not a lot of volume with this, but definitely a lot of length. Not too clumpy. The second coat did get tiny, tiny clumpy, but other than that, very, very natural lashes. So if that's what you're looking for, this could be a good fit for you. Just to wrap up with the lips, I love this Natasha Denona in I Need a Nude, particularly if you work better with cooler tones on your lips. I seem to. When I wear a warm nude, it just doesn't work for me. It just throws my whole skin color off, everything. If you're looking for a cool nude, this I Need a Nude from Natasha Denona, I don't think I've found anything better as far as the colorway goes on this. And the formula is really nice too. Natasha Denona lipsticks, in my opinion, they're worth the splurge. And then last up is the Charlotte Tilbury lip liners. Again, if these go on sale during the holiday season and you haven't tried them, you might want to grab a couple. My experience is these are some of the best lip liners. If you let them dry down, they're going to stay, and they really are beautiful formulations, really easy to work with, and great colorways because she is a color genius. Well, that's the makeup for today. I hope you had a great time here, and I hope it gave you just a few minutes of peace and quiet and relaxation. I know makeup videos, they're not necessarily deep. They're not going to change the world, but they sure are relaxing, aren't they? I want to thank you so much for taking a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me. It just makes my day when you do that. I appreciate it so much, and I appreciate you. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything beauty, fitness, and lifestyle for the over 50 and over 60 woman. Make it a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.